This channeled message is for Tuesday, December 31st, 2024. A 12 for December plus 31 gives you 43. 43 is a number of building yourself a nice solid foundation, and it takes a lot of work in order to build a foundation, but it's necessary. If your goal is to be able to create, if that's what your goal to do, and that is our goal, is conscious creation. But in order to set ourselves up for conscious creation, we have to set ourselves a nice, solid, stable foundation. So you don't have to worry about going back and shoring anything up. You took care of all that from the start. And then take that 43 energy and add the energy of 2024. If you add 20 plus 24, 44, you end up with 87. And 87 sums down to 15. So first we'll look at 87. And 87 energy is focused on prospering, but not prospering without figuring out how things work first. The 87 energy understands that in order to prosper, you really need to understand what you're working with. Take some time to do some research first, introspection first. You can use those insights that you've gained from going introspective in order to prosper. I see it as a moving inward before moving outward. It's a really mature energy. But also, if we sum December 12 to 3, and then sum 31 to 4, and sum 2024 to 8, we end up with 15. A 15 energy is it's a determined energy. I think of the arrow of determination. The arrow of determination is the sequence 1, 5, 9. So 1 and 5 is the very beginning. It's kind of like the launch. The arrow of determination, it goes from left to right at a 45-degree angle upward. So 1 would be all the way at the bottom and 5 would be in the middle. So I think of like taking off like a launch, like launching from a launch pad. So 15 adds up to 6, but it gives me an energy of a lot of forward momentum. You've already taken the time to plan things out, and now you know that in order to reach your destination, you might not know exactly what's going to happen at the end, but you know the direction you're headed for, and you know that you're going to need enough momentum to get you there. So that's what I see, doing whatever it takes in order to succeed in the long run, and that requires a healthy start, a deliberate start, and a follow-through. And that goes perfectly along with this Tuesday energy, finishing out the year fighting, because Tuesday it's a warrior type attitude. It's stepping out equipped for battle. You've done your research, you've read the room, you've gathered all your resources, and you're ready, and you're on time, you're not late. With today being the 31st, 31 energy, it ultimately sums down to the number 4, which is about control. But this double-digit control number, it has an energy of, with the 3 is in the tens places, so emphasizing the need to be creative, maybe having fun along with it. Someone with a 31 energy understands that in order to really lead the team effectively, they need to understand what motivates them and allow them some creative license within boundaries. So they would be a very motivating, fun type manager, but knows when to be serious. So 31 energy keeps order and control, but it does it in a fun way where everyone who works along with that type of a leader, they enjoy working with that leader. They don't have to be told what to do. They want to, because they know that this leader appreciates what they bring to the table and allows them to sometimes put their own spin on it. If this 4 type leader is delegating tasks, this leader allows each person under her to use the gifts or qualities that they bring to the table in order to achieve the objectives of the overall enterprise. So when I look at the tic-tac-toe chart for today, we've got 2 ones. One comes out of the 12 for December, and the other one comes out of the 31. And when I see ones, one is a very direct number. Sometimes I think of ego when I think of 1, but when I see 2 ones, just 2, 1 balances out the other. So this is not somebody who's really autocratic, and this is not someone who doesn't move without considering. I'm thinking of checks and balances. Someone with a balanced ego. The ego is useful, but it's not a good thing for your ego to go unchecked. So I'm definitely seeing that. So that's a good thing there. And I'm also seeing 3 2s. 2 2 2. When I think of 2 2 2, I think of someone doing things with the right motives. They're putting their whole heart into it. They're really concerned with doing a great job. They don't have any ulterior motives. And I think of a balanced, reciprocal type concern or love or affection, whether it's romantic or business or platonic. This type of affection, this type of dedication, it is reciprocal. They know that they're not going to be taken advantage of. It goes in both directions. And also it's very balanced as far as the emotional side to the intuitive side. It's like the emotion and the intuitive live harmoniously within the same house. Unlike 114, which also adds up to 6. 114 is really heavy on the right, and then on the left you only have 1 and 1. So it gives an energy of one, like a third party coming into a 2-person or a 2-party relationship and taking from both and leaving the 2 original parties without much. It's kind of a parasitic type relationship, an interference type relationship. This 222 is not like that at all. Even if you're talking about a 2-party relationship, 222 would be the first party on the left side, the second party on the right side, and then the 2 in the middle would be, it signifies a sharing of emotion and intuition between the 2. So it's completely balanced. I'm also seeing a 3. So 1, 2, 3, that arrow that points up is the arrow of the planner. So before we go into this 2025 energy, it's a really good idea. Make sure you have your plan in place, because 25 energy moves very quickly, and it's an energy that says that if you haven't made your plans, it's too late and you're just going to have to be down for the ride. And taking off unprepared like that, you're bound to have some problems and learning some hard lessons along the way. But even if they're hard lessons, they are lessons, and there is value in those lessons. But this is a reminder to really enter 2025 with a plan, an objective. And 3 is a very creative energy, so it's like thinking outside of a box, or there is no box. I'm also seeing something about traveling too. Don't be afraid to travel outside your comfort zone. So a couple of other insights that I'm seeing from these numbers: if you look at that arrow of the planner, you see the 2 1s, the 3 2s, and the 3 pointing up. there are 6 numbers in there, and 6 is a number of completion, satisfaction. It's an energy of having everything that you need. So if you've got this feeling like you're missing something, or maybe you can't take off, maybe you can't move towards your goal because you feel like there's something that you don't have, this is reassuring you that you already do have everything that you need. And there are certain things that you might need, but you can pick them up when you get there. You have everything that you need right now to take off. And what agrees with that is the double 1 and the 4, but there's no 7 there. When I think of 7, I think of navigation. But 1 is taking off and 4 is building up momentum. So we see taking off, and it's a balance. You've thought about it because there's 2 1s there. And then 4, go ahead and build momentum. But 7, since there's no 7 there, the energy is that don't worry about steering right now. You already know the direction that you're going. So feel confident. You already have everything that you need. Go ahead and take off and follow through. Your intuition already led you here. So go ahead and trust it and follow through with it. And everything's going to be provided for you as you move forward.